Hello and welcome to today's English lesson. So first of all, guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera? Hello. Hello. And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our laps and close our eyes. When you're ready, guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. Excellent. And next we'll do our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And we'll begin by stretching up high to the sky. High as we can. And then go down to touch our toes. And then we can go back up high one more time. And this time, can we go tippy-toe high? And while we're there, let's have a wave side to side. And then back down to our toes once more. And now hands on hips, guys. And we can have a wiggle side to side. Wiggle side to side. Stop. And then we get another wiggle side to side. Stop. Forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, and stop. And then we can go round and round. Give our spines a nice stretch. And stop. And then we can go back the other way. Round and round the other way. And stop. And now let's have a stretch, guys. Arms and legs, stretch it out. Stretch it out. And stop. To finish, we will do 5 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. So to begin today's English lesson, we're going to begin by thinking of some phrases that we do all the time. Phrases that describe regular actions. So who can tell me some phrases that you guys do all the time, guys? Describe your daily actions to me. Anything you can think of? I go to school. Excellent. Where are you now? School. So school is somewhere you go often. So I go to school. Excellent. That's a good daily action. Can anybody think of any others to describe your lives? I play with my friends. Excellent. That's another very important daily action. I play with my friends. I play with, W-I-T-H, my friends. Excellent. Any others? Let's be thinking. I eat my lunch. Yes, soon we will be going for lunch. Very important that we eat our lunch every day. I eat my lunch. And I brush my teeth. Yes, maybe after we eat our lunch, then we can go and brush our teeth. I brush my teeth. Excellent, guys. We've got some very good examples here of daily activities. So let's all practice speaking together. I go to school.
I go to school.
I play with my friends.
I play with my friend.
I eat my lunch.
I eat my lunch.
I brush my teeth.
I brush my teeth.
Excellent. These are all simple statements regarding daily activities. But how about if we want to expand on them? How about if we want to give the reason why? For example, guys, why do you go to school? Learning. Okay. So we can say, I go to school to learn new things. Notice we use the word to as the bridge between the first statement and the second statement. Why do you play with your friends? Okay. To have a fun time. Now, why do you eat your lunch? Because you're hungry, yes. So you can say, I eat my lunch to not be hungry. And then, after you've ate your lunch, we will brush our teeth. Why do you brush your teeth? Take care or keep clean. Okay, so I brush my teeth to keep them clean. Okay, so what we've got here, what we practiced earlier, is what we call a simple sentence. These sentences are fine on their own. I go to school. I play with my friends. I eat my lunch. I brush my teeth. That's fine, but they're very simple, short statements. If we want to expand on them and give the reason or the purpose, what we do is, what word do we use first, guys? To. Every sentence, to expand it, we use to, and then the reason why we do the activity. I go to school to learn new things. You see, always start with to, and then the base form of the verb, to learn. I play with my friends to have a fun time. To have. I eat my lunch to not be hungry. I brush my teeth to keep them clean. Excellent, guys. So what we call the second part of this statement, where we make it longer, ready? This is called the infinitive of purpose, or purpose of infinitive. It can be said both ways. I-N-F-I-N-I-T-I-V-E. Infinitive of purpose. And what purpose means Purpose is another word for reason. And what we're doing here with the second part of the sentence is we're describing why we do the first part. And what we're going to be practicing in today's lesson is how we can do more with the infinitive of purpose. But guys, that was brilliant. Very well done. And what we've got now is a PowerPoint presentation for our students to listen to, observe, and also practice speaking of the ways in which we can expand statements with an infinitive of purpose. So let's turn to look at the TV screen, please, guys. So let's take a look at our PowerPoint presentation, infinitive of purpose. Yes, what we're looking at in today's lesson, guys, is how we can expand simple sentences or statements to give a reason or a purpose. We use infinitive of purpose to give the reason for an action or event. Yes, like earlier in the lesson when we gave the simple statements regarding our daily routine. But then we expanded on them with the infinitive of purpose, the reason we do it. So let's take a look how to do it, guys. By adding the word to. Okay, very important. Always begin with the word to for the infinitive of purpose. And the base form of the verb, which means the verb word in its original form, for a purpose or reason. And you can see in the diagram here, guys, the word to plus the verb, like skate, run, play, learn, equals the infinitive. To play, to run, to learn. That's always how we start the infinitive of purpose. So let's take a look at some examples. I turned on the television. So you can see, this is just a normal phrase, very short, that describes an action. But how about if we add infinitive of purpose? I turned on the television to watch the sports. You see, we've given the reason why we turned on the television. That's the infinitive of purpose. We sailed in a boat. Why did we sail in the boat? We don't know yet. Let's find out. We sailed in a boat to see the dolphins. Yes, and you can see them here at the front of the boat. You see, we give the reason why we sailed in the boat. That's the infinitive of purpose. He turned on the radio. Why do we turn on the radio? To listen to. Correct. He turned on the radio to listen to music. So you see how we make the sentence longer by adding the infinitive of purpose to describe the action. She watched a documentary. Now, a documentary is a TV program that helps us to learn new things about science, nature, or lots of different things. She watched a documentary to learn about monkeys. So the documentary was about monkeys. She wanted to watch the documentary to learn about monkeys. We used the computer. We use the computer to send emails. Yes, you see, the action, we use the computer, and then the reason or the purpose to send emails. I use my mobile phone. But why do we use a mobile phone? Any ideas? I use my mobile phone to speak to friends. Yes, if friends are far away and they can't hear us, we have to call them. That's why we use a mobile phone. And this is what we mean by infinitive of purpose. So let's practice the sentences one more time, guys. Only the infinitive versions, though. I turned on the television to watch the sports. We sailed in a boat to see the dolphins. He turned on the radio to listen to music. She watched a documentary to learn about monkeys. We used a computer to send emails. I use my mobile phone to speak to friends. Excellent, guys. Any questions? That was brilliant. Very well done. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation to learn how to use the infinitive of purpose. And remember, it's always used to complement a statement about an action. It gives the reason or the purpose why we do something. And it's important to remember we always use the word to followed by the base form of the verb word. And we're going to practice soon with a board exercise with our students. But first of all, guys, time for our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And for this sequence, we'll have a game of Teacher Says. So listen carefully, guys. If Teacher says, we can do. If not, can't do. So Teacher says, hands in the air. Hands down. Teacher says, hands down. Teacher says, turn around. Teacher says, back the other way. And teacher says, jogging on the spot. Quickly on the spot. Teacher says, stop. Teacher says, jogging on the spot. Teacher says, quickly. Stop. Teacher says, stop. Teacher says, arms in the air. Teacher says, arms down. Teacher says, one arm in the air. Teacher says, swap. Teacher says, swap. Teacher says, swap. Swap. Teacher says, arms down. Teacher says, into a ball. Teacher says, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Teacher says, jump. Excellent, guys. Teacher says, please sit down. So what we're going to do now is a board activity for our students to practice how to use the infinitive of purpose. So what we need first is we need a column on the board with some sentences that would be an infinitive of purpose. So first of all, guys, the phrase infinitive, I, N, F, I, N, I, T, I, V, E. Infinitive of purpose. P, U, R, P, O, S, E. So altogether, infinitive of purpose. So teachers, what we need to do here in this column now is to write some examples of infinitive of purpose. So you can come up with your own, or you can use the ones that I'm going to use on the board too. We have listen to music. All together, guys, listen to music. Okay, so that's one infinitive of purpose. Send an email. Okay, that's another infinitive of purpose. Talk to my friends. Infinitive of purpose. Have a fun time. And then we'll do one more. Let's see. Not be thirsty. So let's practice saying the infinitive of purposes one more time. Listen to music. Send an email. Talk to my friends. Have a fun time. Not be thirsty. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to write the first part to describe an action, and then select a student to come forward, have a read of the action that I write on the board, and they have to complete the sentence with the correct infinitive of purpose. And remember, guys, the words we need to begin with is always to. Okay? So whenever we start an infinitive of purpose, we always use the word to first. So let's begin. We need our first action, and then I can select my first student. So let's see. Okay, so now we have our action. I use my phone. But how can we complete this statement with the correct infinitive of purpose? So our students will close their eyes, and one of them will have a pen. And the first pen is with Pak Bung. So Pak Bung, come and join me at the front of class, please. So guys, we have our action, I use my phone. So what do we use our phones for? What infinitive of purpose can we choose? Excellent. But what's the first word we need, Pak Bung? To. So can you complete the sentence, please? To talk to my friends. Talk to my friends. Friends. Don't forget your full stop to end the sentence. Pak Bung, that's perfect. So let's read together, guys. I use my phone to talk to my friends. Pak Bung has demonstrated how we can turn the action into an infinitive of purpose. Pak Bung, that was brilliant. High five and a big round of applause for Pak Bung, please, guys. So teachers, you can see the activity that we're doing in our classroom now. You can do the same activity with your own students in your own classroom. So pause the video and play on for around the next 12 to 15 minutes. And remember to choose a different student and a different sentence every time. So now we have used talk to my friends. That means we need another sentence. So let's begin. Okay, very simple action, guys. Something we do all the time. I drink water. So now let's choose the correct infinitive of purpose and use it to complete the sentence. And this time, Pat will demonstrate how we can do this correctly. So Pat, come and join me at the front of class, please. So we have our short statement, I drink water. But why do we drink water, guys? To not be thirsty, correct. So Pat, what we need to do, always start with the word to. I drink water to not be thirsty. Not be thirsty. Thirsty. And don't forget your full stop. Always at the end, guys, we end with the full stop. Correct. Perfect. Pat's done it very well. So now let's read it together. I drink water to not be thirsty. You see, we have the action, I drink water, and then infinitive of purpose, to not be thirsty. Pat, that was brilliant. High five, and a big round of applause for Pat, please, guys. So that's another sentence and another infinitive we can lose. We'll do every single one. So time for another sentence and another student. I play with my friends. Okay, so now let's see who can figure out and demonstrate how to write the correct infinitive of purpose. And this time, I would like Nadia to come and write the correct infinitive. So Nadia, come and join me at the front of class, please. Okay, so our action again, guys. I play with my friends. But why do we play with our friends? Excellent. To have a fun time. Exactly. So Nadia, can you write the correct infinitive? To have, H-A-V-E. And then fun, F-U-N, time. T-I-M-E is correct. And then what do we end our sentence with?
Full stop.
Full stop every time. Nadia, that's brilliant. So let's practice reading it together, guys. I play with my friends to have a fun time. You see, once again, we describe the action, then to, and the reason or the infinitive of purpose. Nadia, that was brilliant. High five and a big round of applause for Nadia, please, guys. Okay, so that's 3 down, and we've still got 2 infinitives to use. So that means 2 more students have to come forward. Who's next? Okay, what's our action this time, guys? I use a computer. But why do I use a computer? Let's see. I think Net will be able to tell us. So Net, come and join me at the front, guys. So we've got 2 choices left. Listen to music, send an email. Excellent, yes. I use a computer, and then to, T-O, send, S-E-N-D, and email. Net, that's perfect. Very well done. And a full stop at the end. So let's write the sentence together. I use a computer to send an email. Net, can you say? I use a computer to send an email. That's brilliant. High five and a big round of applause for Net, please, guys. And does anybody know the word email, what it means? Like mail. But because we use a computer, it means electronic mail. But to make it shorter, we say email. Email means electronic mail. And that was brilliant. So we've got one phrase left. Let's see who can come forward and demonstrate how to write it correctly. So this time our action, I turn on the radio. But why do we turn on the radio, Lacko? Why do we turn on the radio? Come and join me at the front. What do we think, guys? Only
To listen to music.
perfect. You see, always begin the infinitive with to, and then the reason. Listen to music. T-O. Listen. S-T-E-N. And music. S-C. And then, what do we end the sentence with? Full stop. I turn on the radio to listen to music. The action, and then to listen to music, the infinitive of purpose. Lacko, that was excellent. High five and a big round of applause for Lacko, please, guys. And a big round of applause for everybody for doing a great job. And now it's time for our worksheet activity. So teachers, make sure every student in your classroom gets their own worksheet. And what we've got, which is similar to the board exercise, we've got a list of statements that describe actions. But what we need to do is we need to complete the sentence with the correct infinitive of purpose. And then we also need to remember that the infinitive of purpose always starts with what word, guys? To. Okay, so don't forget to. So read each sentence and then decide which infinitive completes the sentence. And always remember to write the word to as well. But what's the first thing to do, guys? Write our names on top. And give our students around 15 minutes for this activity, and we can practice speaking at the end. So Net, this one's for you. You're welcome. Pat, for you. You're welcome. Nadia, here's yours. You're welcome. Chu, for you. You're welcome. Down, this one's for you. You're welcome. Prau, this one's for you. You're welcome. Bangpon, here's yours. You're welcome. And Lacko, for you guys. So guys, you've got 9 sentences. All of them start with an action. And what you need to do is write the correct infinitive. Don't forget the word to. You have to write the word to. He turned on the radio to.
Listen to music.
Correct. To listen to music. Well done, guys. Everybody writing the word to first. That's why I left it out, because I want you to practice writing it. I use my telephone to talk to my friends. Excellent, well done. You see, that's the statement of the action and the infinitive of purpose. Well done, Pat Bung. Pat, well done. To listen to music, and then I use my telephone to talk to my friends. She watches a documentary. Now remember, a documentary is a TV program that we learn things about, like nature. Not learn new things. That would work, but we've got another one for that. Have a look at another option. To learn about nature. Excellent. Lots of nature programs or documentaries. Well, Pak Bung, you're right too. To learn new things, but more specifically, she watches a documentary to learn about nature. To learn about nature. We sailed on a boat. Now remember in the PowerPoint presentation, what did they see on the boat when they went on the boat? What animal? Dolphins. Correct. We sailed on a boat to see the dolphin.
They use the computer.
Okay. They use the computer to send an email. Yes, lots of different things we can do with a computer and the telephone too. And one of them is send an email. Correct. We use learn new things for the school option. You go to school to learn new things. You go to school to learn new things. Yes. Like English, science, math, Thai. We learn new things at school every day. I lie on my bed. Why do we?
Relax and go to sleep.
Perfect. I lie on my bed to relax and go to sleep. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the worksheet activity where they had to use the correct infinitive of purpose with each statement. My students here all did a fantastic job, and we're going to practice speaking for you now. So ready, guys? He turned on the radio to listen to music. I use my telephone to talk to my friends. She watched a documentary to learn about nature. We sailed on a boat to see the dolphins. They use a computer to send an email. You go to school to learn new things. I lie on my bed to relax and go to sleep. You get on an airplane to travel to a new place. And we study English to learn a new language. Guys, that was excellent. Very well spoken. And that's all we've got time for today. So we hope you've enjoyed the lesson and found it interesting, and now understand how the infinitive of purpose is used to complement an original statement. And always remember, guys, it begins with the word to, followed by the base form of the verb. And that's all we've got time for today. So we'll see you again soon in the next lesson. Can we turn to wave and say goodbye, guys? Goodbye. Bye-bye. See you again next time.